murderer. Knighthood has fallen on lean days, but then they made me a knight. So if I was made a knight, with my list of crimes, why not the same for a slaughterer of helpless villagers? I wouldn't be so sure of that. Nonetheless, we are not here to fight. I am to make you a squire. And what squire could ask for a better knight than me? Most will fill you with pretty words and solemn vows. I tell you the truth, and the truth is that words are no armor, and vows are no sword. In battle, the man who cleaves your head from your shoulders won't care about your honor, so leave your pretty stories of chivalry and goodness behind. Fight and live. Survivors make their own honor, tell their own tales. Alas, the law requires me to teach you the Knight's Code. Luckily, it has nothing to say about remembering the code. To be brave and valorous in battle against your enemies, to show no fear in their presence. Show me a man who knows no fear, and I will show you a fool whose days in this world are numbered. To be just and righteous, to embody and uphold the laws of your lord and land. That's nonsense, too. The only justice you'll find is at the point of a sword. Your noble lord wants only to know that you've followed his commands, and could care less about your methods. Should you obey the lord who asks you to put a village of innocents to the torch? Is that chivalrous? Is it noble? Wisely spoken. No code or law can tell you what is right. Those answers must come from within. Anyway, we're not quite done with the code yet. To be respectful to your enemies and kind to your fellows. You may safely ignore that vow as well. Show respect to your enemies when they are dead. And never forget that your brothers can easily turn against you. To protect the weak and those who cannot defend themselves. We are all weak, and everything can defend itself. Remember that, and you might live to receive your spurs from Lord Nasher. There are some proprieties we must observe. You must undertake a night-long vigil in the Solace Glade, alone. Perhaps you can use the time to let what I've told you sink in. Or perhaps you'd like to speak with your god. No doubt you will be granted an audience for such an auspicious occasion. Tell me when you are ready to undertake your vigil. I will take you there. Let's be on our way, then.
Quora yet lives. You swore to me the Hosttower would handle this.
We did, and we shall. I merely wished you to be here when the ritual took place, so you can see it for yourself. Have you brought what I asked?
Yes. Here is a hair from one of the pillows she slept on at the academy. And here is a thread from one of her robes she left behind as well.
Excellent. Yes, these will do. I can begin at once. But I shall also need a drop of blood from you to power this ritual.
My blood? Why?
Only from the blood of one strengthened by justice can justice be done.
Very well, but this stinks of necromancy.
Nothing of the sort. Necromancy is so obvious. No subtlety. This is something much different. I am calling an elemental, fueled by Quora herself. A reflection, if you will. Drawing from the same fire, the same blood. I think she will find this Animus Elemental more than a match for her.
When will it be sent after her?
Patience, my lord. Where she walks, this elemental shall soon find its way there.
I remember my own vigil. It was a long night. It's a good story. Sir Alaman said some pious words to me. then left me to consider the weight of my charge. I waited a good half hour after he left, then picked up my sword and found a nice farm with a requisite maid on the outskirts of the city. Her name was Bella. It was a beautiful night, well, before her father caught us and chased me off. A good thing, too, or I would have been absent when Alaman returned. It'd be wrong of you to care more than I. Now, I'll entrust you to the gods and find myself another farm.
Are you here? I can barely see anything out here. Look, the way trouble follows you, there's no way I'd let you come out here alone. Some mentor you are. I don't recall the Vigil saying anything about a code of silence. Hey, did you hear something?
I didn't expect the girl to be here. We'll spare her the grief of crying over your corpse and kill her as well.
I'm right here, you know. Why don't you try?
Cocky, aren't you? We'll humble you quick enough.
No escape! I'll see you dead!
You breathe your last! Solace Glade, huh? Talk about a poor name choice. Those men came out of nowhere. Don't you ever spend one night in peace? I believe that. Hey, the leader there. He's got a ring on his finger. It's a circle with teeth or spikes. Could be, I suppose. It's hard to tell with all the blood. Here, you take the ring. I don't want to hold on to it. Look, maybe I better slip away before your knight returns. I don't want you getting into any trouble.
It wasn't my fault. Looks like this bunch was hunting for you, as far as I can tell. Hopefully you'll be able to make it back to the sunken flagon in one piece. If you do, I'll be waiting.
I see you've invited some corpses to share your vigil. Do you dislike men in general, or was it just these particular louts? Ha! They should have called at the farm just down the road. They'd have found the company a good deal sweeter. I know that isn't the truth, girl, but you acquitted yourself well enough. I see Luskin's hand in this. They're as sloppy as they are impatient, and you'd best watch yourself. Your vigil is finished, and you are truly a squire. Nasher's sworn retainer, a noble of Neverwinter. You'll forgive me if I don't exactly sound thrilled for your accomplishment. But as much as you'll hear otherwise around Black Lake, I know of no title or cause that makes a man noble. And if that lot is noble, then I'm the High Abbot of Tyr. Your new status will give that Luskin wench a nasty surprise, if nothing else. Come, I want to be there when she hears the news.
Edmund, it is a rare thing to see you here at court.
To the relief of us both, I'm certain, my lord.
And what brings you here? It must be a matter of some urgency.
I understand that this woman has been accused of a crime, and is to be turned over to Luskin for justice.
You have heard correctly. What concern is it of yours?
My lord, I am here to tell you that she is my squire, and as such is not subject to the terms of the Luskin Treaty.
What is this nonsense?
I would choose your words carefully, Ambassador, lest I think you are accusing one of my knights of speaking.
I only hear the words of a man shielding a murderer.
Then let the accused speak. What say you? Does my knight speak truly? Are you his squire? Then it is true. That means this squire will be tried here, Ambassador, not within Luskan's walls.
There is no justice in this, but I was a fool to expect justice in Neverwinter.
Seeing that gloating smile strip from her face pleases me more than you will know. But this has bought only a little more time. Time we cannot afford to waste. We must find the truth of what happened at Ember, and quickly. But you cannot do so here. You have my leave to depart Neverwinter, provided you give your word to return for the trial. Travel to Port Last. Someone there can guide you to Ember. Then return with whatever you can that will prove your innocence.
It would be wise to speak to Hieromos in Port Last. He is said to be a fair man and vigilant of his people and the lands around. We'll see.
You are to be congratulated on joining the service of Neverwinter and its knights. Serve Neverwinter, and it will serve you. For now, go to Port Last. It should be marked upon your map. Once there, see about visiting Ember as well. Keep your resolve. I am confident you will expose the truth of this matter soon enough, and after this trial, I will have more duties for you.